Welcome to Urban Pace Podcast, the beautiful game of life. Today we have Cuerpaso in the house.
What's up? How y'all
All
doing?
right. Can you give a quick introduction to yourself and your company?
Yes, so I founded Cuerpaso, which means awesome body in Spanish. I had the pleasure of playing professionally, and I got to train around the world. Lived in Brazil, Germany, also India, playing this beautiful game, and I now work with athletes and celebrities, training them. I also train D1 soccer players and people who play professionally around the world.
That was a very nice rehearsed intro. You got everything except your name. Boom.
Oh, by the way, my name is Tadeo. Most people call me Cuerpaso because I just rip off my shirt and they see the abs.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Tadeo. Okay, and then we also have a couple guest co-hosts. We got some ballers in the house. First, I want to introduce Tiago with Brazuca Ballers. Tiago here. And of course, everybody recognizes Gilbert from HB Futsal. All right.
Stay humble.
So let's just start off right off the bat with your company, Cuerpaso, right? Because I'm looking right here at your Instagram account, and it says voted best butt workout, LA Weekly.
Yes. So
Tell us about that. Yeah.
Let me tell you about this. Soccer is the best sport in the world, but it's also a metaphor for life. So to have a good fitness level, you need a good booty. You need a good butt. So I'm from Brazil. So what I did is I created a workout based around soccer. So it applies to pro athletes as well as people who just want to look and feel great. So this enhances the fitness level. So ladies who love the great butt and athletes who want to have a good life and a good sex life and a great life overall, that's why we focus on the booty.
All right, you got our attention, right? All right, so then the workout is soccer based, right?
Yes, correct. So, I train next to some of the top athletes to ever live. And what I did is I derived like all these soccer-based movements, added the fitness level. We throw a little sexy Brazilian dance in there. And I have my own patented Cuerpaso balls. So we use the soccer balls. And some people are more technical than others. And we just base that on your level.
Okay, so then it's an overall body workout though, right?
Yeah, we work everything in the body. Yeah, we
Okay.
just shake and have fun. I call it a vacation, because we're just having a good time. I take you to Latin America.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're on the beach, the
Okay.
beautiful ladies. It's
Okay.
a good vibe.
So you're from Brazil though?
Yeah, I'm from Rio.
Okay, so you grew up in Rio.
I lived in Rio as a kid. I also traveled to Europe because
Okay.
when I was training as a kid, Europe, and then I got to see the United States, of course. So I'm here
and
now.
when did you come over here?
I came here when I was 17.
17. Okay,
Yeah.
so you came here late.
I was here. I've been here before. I
Okay.
came here before, but 17 for college. 'Cause
Okay.
My mother was strict about it. She was like, you got to do a little bit of schooling. And obviously the States is known for that. So that's
Okay.
what made me come here.
So why is your English so good then?
Because I grew up trilingual. Like I speak Portuguese, English, Spanish, used to speak French and German.
Okay.
So as a kid, I learned multiple languages.
Right.
So I can just switch one another. In LA, I never really speak English. It's Spanish mostly.
Okay, so you're Carioca.
Exactly.
Okay, where are you from in Brazil?
São Paulo.
São Paulo. Oh, we got a little bit of
Yeah.
Paulista versus
He's
Carioca
a
in the house.
Paulista, but he knows
know.
that Flamengo, el mejor del mundo.
Hell no.
Tu más torcido. I'm surprised he doesn't have a Flamengo jersey. I'm gonna get in my car and get him one.
Oh no.
I'm gonna take him to the stadium, give him a good training session.
Okay.
I'll
so-
take it. I
So
need
your
to clean the
flamenco
windows at home.
is your where you rep, right?
Yeah, that's my home club, and I actually train there, so I know the
Okay.
club and facilities very
Really?
well. And
Okay.
that's about half an hour, 20 minutes from my house.
Okay.
So that's my home feel, and I've experienced the campo, and it's just like the grass is so soft, it's like a bed, and the
wow.
talent level is superior, like to
Okay.
none. Yeah,
You have some kind of comment about your hometown. What team do you represent from
São
Brazil?
Paulo,
São
FC.
Paulo.
Yeah.
Okay, and so
Big
He's the
club.
best one in São Paulo.
They got some ballers.
He's the best one in Rio. We were the best one in São Paulo.
So for
Okay.
a big country representing like 100+ million people, our two clubs.
true.
yeah. Okay. All right. So then let me ask you this. I'm just gonna cut right to the chase. Who's got the best butt out there then?
The best butt.
Best butt out there. So you're
Wow.
because you're an expert,
Yes,
right?
I study butts. I live
Yeah.
for booties.
And I'm gonna say we have actually two experts on butts in the house because he's a butt expert as well, informally.
I have no idea where that is coming
Oh my god.
Well, we have in this session call it bunda or boom boom. So those are the two ways referred to butts in Brazil. So John,
I only
it's
know
a-
I know popozao, right?
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that Papazula. Like you like the big butts, John.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the best butts, I'm around them all day, so it's kind of like my art form to study. But celebrity-wise, a lot of times they just don't have booties.
Okay.
I think you need to go to like the gyms
Yeah.
and the beach to really just indulge and enjoy.
Right.
And nowadays, everybody's got like a good butt. Like it used to be just
Yeah.
certain countries,
Yeah.
but it's getting kind of like popular to want to work your butt and have that asset.
Okay, from a professional expert opinion, then who's got the best celebrity butt out there?
Wow, celebrity booties. Who would I want to be dating right now?
No, I'm saying who's got the best celebrity? You know, like as a celebrity. Yeah, celebrity. Who's the best one?
Well, I like how Jessica Alba's body is.
Jessica Alba. Okay.
I love that body.
Yeah,
because she's got the legs as well. Because you don't just want a butt, like people are getting implants. That doesn't look right. You want the legs and the butt to just correspond and have that nice symmetry. That's,
okay.
Magic.
Who's got the best male celebrity butt then?
Ooh.
I was gonna say Cristiano Ronaldo.
Let me throw this out as a straight dude, just so the ladies, I'm single.
Just to keep it,
We know that soccer players do. When I actually had the pleasure of training in the same facility as David Beckham, we used to train next to each other, and I'll say that his work ethic and overall physique is like the landmark of what it should be. And as a kid, I saw that, so we all look up to. Or at least I did his work ethic and also the results that came from because it's the abs and the back.
Right. Okay. So you like David Beckham's butt?
No, I like David Beckham. I like the player, but he happens to have good abs and butt.
Okay.
let's add that.
All right.
Or bunda.
Right. So I'm like, usually I'm just used to Gilbert, right, with his crazy hair, but you got the crazy hair going on too, right?
Yeah, this is just natural. I came out of the womb like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom didn't know what to do, so she just was like, let it go.
Okay. Because it takes time to grow his out, right? So
Yeah.
I like that. I remember when I saw Gilbert balling one day. I remember the braids, or the hair, yeah.
All right. So we have obviously a few ballers in the house. Do you have a soccer background? Is that how you got into it? How did you originally get into what you're doing today?
So yeah, what I grew up like, just like eating cereal or whatever you did as a kid, like I played soccer. So I had the pleasure of seeing the world because I played soccer. And what I wanted to do is, my body got tired. Like physically, I'm in pristine shape, but your knees and your back get tired quickly. So with that being said, I was like, how can I always, I got to play a couple years, once my pro career was ending, which was short, I said, how can I transcend and continually play soccer and share this happiness and jogo con the whole world? So I had this epiphany because I was hanging around, Miss Universe's girlfriends, and they would always comment on my bodies.
My bad. Miss Universe's girls are commenting on your body. Okay.
So I'd have on my Zunga. So in Latin America, guys wear the tighty speedos. So I'd have on that.
He does that a lot of times.
Oh, you do too? That's why they ban you from the beach. No, Jesus, Tiago. But so I said, okay, how can I combine soccer and the fact that I have this physical acumen? And so I came up with this concept of Cuerpaso. Let me transcend soccer so I can play forever and give people, instill them this happiness that I have from playing, as well as maintain my physique and theirs. So it just hit me. It just was like, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and doing it around the world.
Gotcha. So then give us a little bit about your professional playing experience then, because I didn't know you had a pro background.
So I got to play in Nova Iguaçu. That's a suburb of Rio. About an hour and a half from the city. Okay. I was training at Flamengo. Then people loved what I was doing. I was invited to train at Darmstadt, which is in the Bundesliga. Also was invited to the Superliga in India to play in a stadium in Goa, which is a suburb. So I got to see and play around like super ballers at the best stadiums in Europe, Asia, and Latin America. Okay. And what my physical acumen, my strength, and my ability to have vision, but also defend, is what I'm more of that than a technical player. So the Jenga, I got a couple moves, but I'm more like to defend and nobody could ever get by me. So that allowed me to see the world on a work visa playing. So it was just that was my dream. And as you can see, if you check out my website, I've had the chance from there to then work with top athletes and celebrities using this program, because they're like, wow, you were balling. Like, we want to look and have that same energy too.
Okay, so out of the different leagues that you're out there, which of the leagues are the ones that really? So because you said you're playing a defensive.
Yes.
You're a defensive midfield
left
or
back.
Left back. Okay.
I was left midfield, but they moved me to back because I jump like a basketball player.
Okay. So you did a trial at Bundesliga then?
Yes, exactly. Okay. They invited me out there. There was me and one other guy from Brazil, and when we were at the stadium, I hit a move. I hit a step over. I went in. Because I'm a back, but I'm gonna go up like Marcelo. He's a good dude. So I went up, and I thought I was gonna score, but next thing you know, I was eating turf, and it's cold. I got my face smashed into the grass. So I realized, like, In Germany, you have to adjust for the strength difference. So that being said, I was able to, use my force, but also you got to be quick because they're just naturally taller and bigger individuals,
Right.
and they got a game plan. Whereas in Brazil, it's more smooth. You just roll with it.
Okay.
It's como si fosse danzando. Like you just play the game. It's like a dance. But in Germany, they have strategy, so you have to adjust quickly or you get sent home.
Got it. So what about for your clientele then, right? What's the breakdown between male, female, athlete, casual people? How does that work?
So I would say that I do about 80% women. And the reason being is that women care more about their physique in general. Most dudes just want to have a fancy car and they don't really they don't really actually put any emphasis on that. However, when it comes to top athletes, like they really care. So I did Jesse Metcalf, who was the star of Desperate Housewives. I did Yasser Pui, who had his billboard around town. So really high-end athletes and actors, they seek me out because they want that drive, and they know that soccer is a language, as you know, John. So they can speak it even if they didn't play it, and they get that same workout level, and their results come physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Okay, but then you also do like private workouts as well, right?
Yeah, so that's how I make a living. So I used to work on Rodeo on Fifth Avenue doing this Cuerpaso workout, and I would do 9 people a day, and I'd say about 2 guys, and usually they were in the industry. And athletes, like for instance, last year I worked with a D1 player who went to University of Pennsylvania, and he was Argentinian guy, amazing. He trained with me and then the UCLA team. So he'd work with me more on the physical, and at UCLA more on the tactical. And then he beat Harvard and had a baller year.
Nice. Okay, so let's say, for example, we had a couple guys like Gilbert and Tiago approaching you, right? Let's start with Gilbert here, right? So Gilbert, he's a baller. He plays, obviously. He's a coach. Let's say he wanted to improve his game or his the physical aspect of his game, right, in order to take it to the next level. How would you go ahead like start from the beginning, and how would you kind of tailor it for like a private workout for him?
That's a great question. So I'm gonna tailor it based on where he's from. Also, I'm gonna get a little deep on y'all.
What?
So Gilbert, you're from where are you from, Gilbert?
I'm from Kenya.
See, so he's from Kenya. So naturally, I wanna hone in on his innate abilities. Like he's got fast muscle fibers. So
He looks like it, but
he's a little slow. So you're the slowest Kenyan?
I see.
You got to represent your race.
Actually, that's true though. When you think about it, it's very true because in my high school, I played soccer for my high school.
Okay.
And I was one of the slowest people in the field.
We got to change
I can't run fast.
So John,
But everybody in the school was very fast. When I'm running for the ball, they're like, "Oh, this guy's running in slow motion." But when I got here,
jeans on.
But when I got here, it's different. Like when I'm running for the ball, people are like, "Dude, this guy's running so fast."
So you did the mannequin challenge before it happened.
I did the mannequin
He's
challenge before it
actually
happened. Yeah.
So to reiterate, he's actually really fast on the court.
Okay.
Right? So when he plays, he's actually really quick and fast.
Gotcha.
Off the court, he's the slowest guy I know.
Okay.
Right, Joe?
So if I'd evaluate Gilbert, we do a training session. At first, I just test his speed, his agility, his control with the ball and off the ball, and from there, I derive a program to work on his strengths, which are probably the speed, and see based on his positioning what he needs to work on. For instance, if I'm looking at Gilbert, if he wanted to play at a collegiate level, I'd be like, we need to get the muscle mass up like 2 to 5 pounds, because in the U.S. you're not going to play unless you have the size, right? MLS as well. And so I look at those things, and then I'd start to incorporate the faster. So we do the sprints too, but we'd also have to do some resistance. Might be working out in the sand, might be working on his touch while we're doing the workout. So intermediately, do a nice little workout, try and get some muscle mass, and then I'll throw in some soccer moves in between.
Okay. What do you think, Gilbert?
I think that's a good idea. Okay. We could actually incorporate that when we're training kids.
Yes, and it's really important because the main thing that I see, like I've done events like yourselves at the MLS. I did the Chelsea Liverpool game. Went on the field afterwards to meet Gary Cahill, who scored because he was working with Pui. So I was working to promote that event. And one thing you'll see that at a high level, if you don't have the physical acumen, like you're done. Like all your technical footwork doesn't matter if you get pushed off the ball.
All right.
So kids need to understand, like, yeah, it's cool to do the Jenga and do the around the worlds and all these fancy moves. But in a game, 99% of the time, you won't do that.
It's true.
Okay, Gilbert, I've been trying to emphasize that with you, man.
Well, good thing. Hey, John, good thing we have him now.
I know, right? By the way, I don't think he needs the butt workout, though. He's good on that.
Oh, you're straight? Okay.
Pretty straight on that, man.
So it's Kenyan genetics took care of you, huh?
He's good on that.
I'm lucky on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
John
then...
was checking before.
I know,
Right?
right? Yeah. It's eye level with me, man. That's
I
like...
know. John's been eyeing on me. So how about Tiago?
Yeah.
So Tiago, I've never seen Tiago play, but what I would like to do if we were working with Tiago is I would develop a little bit of upper body strength because I'm sure his technical is super sound, just so he can push people off the ball and keep them away as he's doing spin-offs or roll-arounds or Marianas, because obviously the technical is there. He's coaching the kids. I'm sure they're learning a lot. They went from last to first.
No idea. Who knows? He might be a terrible coach. I have no idea.
I heard they went from last to first. So
is that
Pretty good.
Which one? Well, who'd you pay off, man? The referees?
U10.
Oh, you paid off the U10 referees. Okay.
You were there when the futsal
It
tournament.
is. I'll back that up because I met Tiago from a facility I used to work in, and his team used to get beat every time.
Okay.
And now they're champions all the time.
See?
So I'll back him up.
So that's the technical coaching. In Brazil, it's the fundamentals from the futsal. Like before you get on campo, you have to have the technical skills right.
Yeah.
And with that being said, one thing that we did lack at times in Brazil, or when people go to Europe, they have to get the strength, especially the upper body strength.
Yeah.
Because we naturally have great lower bodies.
Talk about Brazilians in general? Or?
Yeah, when the transition from Brazil to Europe, you're going to need to put on a little bit of mass, and especially upper body, just to keep that arm on.
That's
on the
true. A
players.
lot of Brazilian players, they have the good footwork and all that, and I noticed that their posterior strength and their lower body strength is good, but then they're not really into like working out on top maybe as much, right?
Exactly, and that's one thing that's imperative at this level, because especially with the U.S., you see the U.S. women's bullying people. They just bully people with their size, and it's the same in men's. Like you can do more footwork to avoid that, but you still. So with Tiago, we'd get that upper body, get him looking taller, get that chest popping out, and those abs flexing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then, right. So with your kids, right? Let's talk about the success first of all. Because I know, like,
U10?
U10. I know. What's the tournament that they've like gone, every year for like 3-4 years they've gone undefeated? They did that with Copa Univision.
Univision. We won 3 years in a row.
Okay, but you've only been there for 6 months, so you can't really talk about
The boys are good. Like they're really commitment to soccer. Like their commitment is crazy. You know, like they all play academies like Fullerton Rangers, like top clubs out there. So they know what they're doing.
Okay, right. So I think, like, to your point, though, like, one of the things about, like, Brazilians is they love to eat, right?
Oh,
they love the, like this guy I know, he loves what's the cut?
The picanha?
Yeah, the picanha, the
Every
picanha
day.
every day, right? So, like,
All day,
more
all day.
picanha, less push-ups, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you gotta, like, get that balance going, right?
Right, you got to eat decent. So like with one of my clients, it's a full thing. I give them a meal plan, and they're gonna eat what I say.
right.
They do the workouts that I
So
say.
let's give a decent meal plan for my picanha loving brother here.
Okay, so
Let's do that.
we need
No more cookies for you.
No more cookies.
all right, let's check that belly out. So we need to get up in the morning. We got to get that oatmeal on. Get some oatmeal and some eggs rocking.
Okay, oatmeal and eggs. What's the current breakfast normally, kind of?
I usually don't have breakfast.
Okay, so
we
right
gotta
there,
get
he's
the-
failed. Okay.
So we got to get a breakfast going.
So you got to get a breakfast going.
Okay. So you skip breakfast normally?
I do.
Okay, so we got to get the breakfast going.
we got. So she'll hit up some eggs and some oatmeal. I mean, you can even hit it at McDonald's, get it with no sugar. Like, there's no excuse to not have breakfast.
What's at McDonald's with no sugar?
I get the oatmeal, no sugar, and some
I
egg
didn't know
whites.
they had it.
See,
Oatmeal
people don't know.
yeah.
Like, so
I just go straight for the Big Mac. That's why. You know what I mean?
for breakfast.
Nah, just in
Okay,
general.
I thought you're still in college, John.
No, man. Like,
You got the college time.
Oatmeal.
Man, you look young. You're good.
When did McDonald's start serving oatmeal, man?
This is what I'm saying. I found, so for my clients, since they travel a lot, I work with clients in Asia. I have the biggest Bollywood star, who's Sunny Leone. I'm sure you're familiar with her. So
yeah, I'm a huge Bollywood fan.
okay,
I'm
but but I know you're a fan of Sunny Leone, because we all are.
Okay.
But with that being said, she's a great friend, and so I train a lot of my clients virtually, and they're on tour. So whatever city they are in the world, I have to have a common place where they can eat something healthy.
Okay.
And McDonald's, actually, you can get the oatmeal and the egg
Got
whites.
it.
So you got to get that, right? $5. You can afford it. So $5. Then
start
for lunch.
tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow for lunch, get a little frango. Like, you need some lean meat, so get some chicken, get some brown rice. You can do white rice too, a little veggies. And then for dinner,
Wait. Okay, so what's the typical lunch then?
Typical lunch is like rice. Like I do a stroganoff sometimes, like a meat.
Okay, so
Okay.
Chicken.
right? Because you haven't eaten breakfast
Yeah.
and you're getting kind of hungry.
So I'm really hungry
Okay.
for lunchtime.
Yeah. Okay.
so you're almost there on that, but you want to keep it lean, like
Keep it a little bit more leaner.
Yeah, a little
right.
chicken.
No picanha for every day.
No,
for
no,
okay.
just a little
All right.
chicken.
Once in a while is okay, but not
once in a while,
Lean.
twice a week,
Twice a week.
And then for dinner, just really simple, like hit a little salmon in the oven.
Okay.
Get some broccoli rocking with it. Maybe some sweet potatoes, some candy yams.
Okay.
Or some yams. Leave the candy part out.
Yeah.
What about before bed? When you're
Before
really
bed.
hungry before
See, because
bed.
he
When you bring
skips
that
the
Oreos to the room.
Where'd this come from?
Oreos into the room.
Wow, this is the college dorm, dude.
I know. So he's skipping the breakfast and he's doing the midnight snack.
And
see?
the reason he's doing, John, you just
Yeah.
nailed it. The
Yeah.
reason he's doing the
Right,
midnight
right,
snack,
right.
sorry about that.
Yeah.
The reason he's doing the midnight snack is because he's skipping breakfast.
Right.
So
Makes
you need the
sense.
calories.
Yeah.
So we gotta reevaluate how he's eating
Right.
and what he's eating.
He was trying to do 3 square meals a day, but he bumped it up with a midnight snack on top, right?
Yeah,
And
that's not
no
gonna
good.
work.
Okay.
And especially as an athlete, like you have to eat certain ways to optimize your performance. So
Okay.
it's important in all facets of life, not
Right.
just on the pitch and off.
Okay, so let's do this then. Because he's used to doing the late night snack, then.
Okay.
What's like a healthy alternative then?
So if you're going late night, you need
Yeah.
to get some. You could throw some popcorn, no butter in the microwave, like some healthy popcorn. There's Whole Foods, there's Trader Joe's.
I do that sometimes.
Okay, good. Then
But with a lot of butter.
no. See that just
I'm not gonna lie.
then at that point you might as well get the Big Mac,
All
right?
right, just do the Big Mac then. Huh?
No, don't do that. Then another thing I like to snack on seaweed at night.
Okay. What
Have you seen that at Trader Joe's? Like
you talking about the
It looks
thing?
like pepper, right?
Yeah,
Pepper? What do you mean?
Like it's so flat. Like
Oh, the
yeah.
the flat sheets?
Yeah, the flat
Sheets.
sheets of seaweed.
Okay. Yeah, you know
That's
you're
a
talking
great-
to an Asian brother, right?
So we stole that from y'all. We
Yeah,
stole it.
you know-
My bad. Give
I got it
credit.
in my back pocket right now.
Let me get some. I'm hungry.
Okay, got it.
So I do that, and
Okay,
just
but you know what he's talking about or no?
so
He's like, no,
That's black
no
green
idea.
peppers.
so it's a packet. It's about $1.50 in Trader Joe's, and it's just seaweed, and it just fills you with nutrients just from the bottom of the
It's
ocean.
basically like when you're ordering like sushi, right? You know how they have the wrap? It's that the thin seaweed sheets is what he's
Okay.
talking about, right?
All right.
He's not salty. He's not.
And he's like,
I'll try to get it.
yeah, and then you just, I mean, you can have a little protein shake. Nothing's wrong with that.
Protein shake, yeah.
Yeah, that's just a quick.
That's a
solution.
huge jump though from the Oreos late at night. You know what
It's
I mean?
a big
It's
change.
going from Oreos at midnight to
Okay.
seaweed and protein shake. I don't think he's gonna make that leap.
But we're turning his life around. So he might get
Okay.
on the pitch, and you might be one of those ringers, like you know what I mean. He might be playing under 10 and get
Hey,
that
but
World
listen,
Cup.
he said about the whey protein. Have you tried the milkshake at night?
Which one? The
It
McDonald's?
tastes really better.
The
It tastes
McDonald's
good. Yeah.
milkshake?
Yeah.
Okay.
With Oreos, oh my god!
I'm not sold.
You wake up, you're full.
See, the 10-year-olds can do that. But once you hit
That's why
25
he
or
doesn't get
30,
breakfast.
no,
That's
you can't
true,
do it
right? Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, you can only do it when you're a kid, right?
Yeah, that's why he doesn't get
Or
breakfast.
if you're like a lean Kenyan like this guy. This guy.
No, I don't do breakfast either.
See,
It doesn't.
No breakfast.
Okay.
Hey, but you know what's crazy? Every tournament, he knows. I like to eat junk food before the tournament. I don't know why I play better. If I like a Big Mac with fries and something, I play better.
I think that's mental.
I think it's mental too, right? Because there's no way it's true. He
Why the Mac
probably,
guy?
you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
So imagine how you play if you had a good meal before. You'd be all-star in it. I'm sure you already are, but that might, you may get more trophies.
No, but it's serious. Like if I eat a junk food, for some reason I play better. I don't know.
Like what? How? Like what are you talking about? Like right before or the night before or what?
No. Like before, like 2 hours before, I'll eat like a Big Mac or something. Then on the tournament, I'm like,
A lot of carbs.
That's what it is. You just need carbs before a game. Like
Yeah.
if like the NFL players, when I'm working with football players, they have the pancakes, some syrup, because you need the simple carbs, that sugar shot before a game. But then you're also getting heavy with beef. I wouldn't eat beef before a game
Right.
because your body has to digest
The thing
it.
is he's young, right? So he can get away with that without realizing he can get to the next level. He's like 18, you know what I mean?
Okay,
Right.
that's why. Yeah, you got genetic.
Wait till,
All right, John.
wait till he gets to like 40, like Gilbert and myself.
Hey, I'm only 42.
Looking good, man. You're on there.
All right, so where do you do most of your the workout with the groups?
So I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. We're in Santa Monica at the beach. So we just rock it out. There's right next to the Fuji Valley, so there's a volleyball court there. Sometimes we utilize. We get our footwork in there. We get our drills in there. So basically, it's like athletic training to the next level, and the beach is right there. Sometimes the ladies rock bikinis and jump in afterwards.
Okay, because that's when we're gonna show up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You gonna throw them in the water, John? Hope you're not married. Don't get in trouble.
All right, so then you do it on the beach, right?
Yeah. I think that's the best workouts for your lungs, your mind, and your feet. So we do it barefoot because you really want to have that touch on the ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So then, do you differentiate between, I guess, workouts that are oriented towards playing versus just kind of health, fitness, and body, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. See, those are two totally different sessions.
Totally different, right?
Totally different sessions. So in the playing one, we're gonna interact more. We're gonna get the touches in on all body parts. Make sure you can turn with the ball, your reaction, and also thinking ahead. Because a lot of people are thinking when they have the ball. It's too late. So you have to train your mind. The mind is a muscle. So when I'm training athletes, we're training the mind simultaneously. When I'm training housewives or people who want to look good for their wedding or just for life, we're just working on the physical aspect and the happiness part, because that makes a big difference in terms of your body reconstructing itself. If you're happy and enjoying, you get more results.
Okay, awesome. So where do you stay right now? Where do you live?
So I'm right in downtown Culver City. I love it. It's like a block in New York. I got 20 restaurants, 2 bars. So it's good for dating, you just walk around.
What's the nice
No
area?
wonder you're single.
I know, right? What's your kind of go-to spots you like to hang out?
There's an Argentinian spot I love called Gran Casino. It's right there on Main Street. Another place, they have a Middle Eastern place that has some healthy food right across the street. Good TVs, because I don't miss my soccer matches. Like, part of my life, be in sports. You gotta catch the matches. I'm a big EPL fan. Chelsea's my squad. About 30% is always Brazilian, so I never miss a match. That's my homework, and always staying astute, because my goal is to consult and end up working with these pro clubs in Europe.
Right. Those are the players are your pro targets, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, potential clients.
Correct.
So you want to stay up on the latest and know what's going on in the world.
Exactly. And so I enjoy a good meal, and I study and take notes on every movement, what I could enhance, because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And every day you get older, there's a new 18-year-old. So they need to invest. So my thought to them is like, hey, if I can get you to play another year or two injury-free and jail-free and problem-free, that's another 10, 20 million for your kids. So that's how I kind of break it down to them.
Okay. So then your age in terms of your adult life when you came to the U.S., you said it was what age?
I came here 17 for college, but I'd been here before.
Okay, so you came here 17 for college, and you stayed in the U.S. since then?
No, I've been all around the world.
You were playing abroad?
Exactly.
Okay.
Europe, Asia, Latin America. My home being Brazil.
Got it. Okay.
So I travel a lot.
Okay, because all three of you guys have like a similar kind of experience in the sense of all you guys came to the U.S. later, and so you have the home life, from your home country.
Correct.
Very contrasting with the life here, right? Let's talk a little bit about that, right?
Ooh.
So, Brazilian, obviously, right? Tell us a little bit about kind of the good and the bad.
Well, I'll try and not say anything bad. I love.
We'll start with the good. Start with the good.
So in the planet Earth, I got to speak 5 languages, to be around it. USA has the most opportunities.
5. Earlier was 3. You just jumped 2?
No, because I used to speak German and French. But ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
Okay.
Like, ich bin Fußballspieler.
Okay.
So my German's a little weak now. But if I see a flight attendant, I used to do a flight attendant from Lufthansa, I'd remember for that, not for you.
I know. Like I speak a little bit of French too. The voulez-vous coucher?
I sent your mind, Jack.
And for sure, that is not even a song.
That is a song.
Okay.
So John is soccer woman. I like that.
Okay.
But one thing that's really hard here is, like, I'm from Rio, so in my neighborhood, it's very common to date someone with commonalities, right? So you'll go to the gym, like if I'm going to Bodytech or a regular gym, I'm going to go with somebody we're about the same fitness level, about the same age, same interests. So then when I came to the U.S., it's so different. Like, a lot of my clients who are 25, their husbands are 50. So it's like when I was on Rodeo on 5th doing Cuerpaso. So it's really different in terms of social interactions, what's valued. Like, people would love, I was famous for my energia and just...
What is that?
This is my energy and spirit and overall attitude. Like, people just like that. Whereas here, it's like, who do you know? Like, people here are more impressed with my celebrity clients than who I am inside. And that's kind of a big change for me. It was a change.
Okay. Well, you can let them know that you know the 3 of us now to add to your list of people that you know.
So I'm good now.
Okay.
I'm straight, John.
Okay. So it's a little bit different from a departure from kind of the Brazilian upbringing, you're saying, right?
Correct. In terms of family and just forming bonds based on who the person is. Like, that means so much to me.
Right. Okay.
Like, the culture is different.
Yes, totally. Completely in that sense.
All right. So that sounds more like the difference and the negative. What about some of the good that's here that's different, that's totally positive, I guess.
The opportunities here are so like they're boundless. Like in terms of who you can meet, who you can work with.
Especially for hustlers like you three, right?
Right. We're getting it. Look at the neighborhoods we're in. We're in some of the nicest places in the world. So here I came out here with an idea, and at first people were like, "That's a little crazy." It's like I want to introduce this Cuerpaso brand and be on Fifth Ave, Rodeo Drive, and train celebrities, be on TV, and work with Jillian Michaels and TRX. Because TRX is in every pro stadium I saw around the world when I trained. And then I come to the USA, and just being a hard worker, all of those things happen. I got to work with TRX and Jillian Michaels on the TV show. So it's like nowhere else in the world could this happen. Really, if you see the corruption that occurs in a lot of countries, you're born at this level, you die at that level. Unless you're like Pele or a superstar, you're not really going to ascend because sports don't pay that much. People think, oh, it's pro athlete, you're rich. Sports don't play that much outside of the USA. And so that's a big difference. And I love that about here, that you can do whatever you want.
How did you get hooked up with okay, so I'm sure there's other people out there that are like, yeah, I would like to do X, Y, and Z. How did you get onto hooked up with Jillian Michaels?
Do you remember that the UFC is the big fighting show? So I'm not a fighter. People always ask me, oh, do you do MMA? I'm like, no, you're Brazilian. Do you do? No, I play soccer. But so UFC was famous because of Spike TV. So I was a big fan of Spike. And I heard from somebody that they were having a fitness show. They were looking for the next big fitness star. And so I started emailing my friends like, hey, can you send out my demo? Like what I do. Like there's no faking it. Like they can so somebody taped me on their cell phone. And it got to Spike TV, and then next thing you know, I'm on the show. Like we're on the show bonding. I'm on the show with Jillian Michaels and TRX, people and Zumba, people whose programs I saw around the world, and then they're like mentoring me and saying how I could one day potentially make 50, 100 million like they did. It was just mind blowing, and only here that could happen.
Awesome. Okay, what about you? Give us a little bit about the breakdown between your experiences and the good and the bad between your upbringing in Brazil and here.
I think the good thing is like you said, the opportunity here. The investment in soccer, not just soccer, all the sports is like something you don't see in Brazil. Like in Brazil, if you have money, you can play. Oh, you know the guy, you have money, you're good, you can play. Here, they invest all ages, like 6-year-olds, 7, 8. They're like all in club. They have all the bad part is about the money. They pay so much to play. That's like I never paid to play in Brazil. I made a team. I got sponsored by the team. I got the uniform. I got the coach. Everything was covered. Here, oh, you're good. Here's a contract signed, $3,000 a year. I was like, come on, he's 8-year-old. He's gonna have to pay this much. That's I think the only bad thing that I don't like about here. But
what about from a lifestyle perspective now?
Oh, lifestyle?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a crazy one.
But you were young when it's not like when you were in Brazil, you were going out to the nightlife in Sao Paulo.
In Brazil,
right?
It was crazy because I was playing pro when I was 17. So I used to hang out with these pro players, and the drinking age was 18. So I used to go out with these guys and have fun. I moved here when I was 20. And I couldn't even go out. Like, no, you can't go out, you can't drink, you can't do this, you have to wait 1 more year. I was like, what? I was doing everything in Brazil, but I cannot do it here. Like, that was like crazy change for me, Right. And the college experience for me was not good at all, too.
Okay.
Like...
In Kansas, right?
Not in here.
Oh,
because Kansas, I couldn't, handle the weather, so I just moved to California. I didn't get a chance to play there. I can't practice in the snow and all that. It was too much.
Too much for a boy from Sao Paulo from Brazil, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But when I got to college here, is some of the players didn't take it serious. They just came out of high school. They wanted to party. They wanted to do all these crazy things that I've done already when I was 17, 16. So for me, it was I was the grandpa on the team. These guys are all going out before games, and I was just waiting to go to the bus, to go to the game. So lifestyle was really different for me.
That's interesting because I thought Brazilians, and I've been to Brazil, and don't get me wrong, they love to party, right? I've been to Sao Paulo, I've been to Rio.
Look at Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
It's still parties, brother.
It's and you go out on a Tuesday night, and everyone's having the third best night of their life, and I'm like, what's the occasion? It's like nothing, just
life.
So life, right? Celebrating life.
It's Tuesday. Let's celebrate.
It's Tuesday, right? So it's kind of funny and interesting that you say that. So then, is it you think just in your personal experience, you were already kind of past that, or when you were in America, you're just looking a little bit more seriously about what you wanted to do?
I was more serious because I left my pro life to come play here, and I had another vision. Like, I'm gonna play college, I'm gonna go to MLS. And when I got here, it was like a shock for me. Like everything was different. Like not everybody took serious. The MLS level wasn't that good. Like I played second division Brazil, and it was like even fourth division Brazil is better than MLS right here. It was a shock for me. Like every thing was different, you know.
Okay, right, awesome. Okay, what about you, Gilbert? Tell us a little bit about, I guess, your personal experiences in coming to the U.S. and contrasting the good and the bad.
Well, I'll say first off is the infrastructure here is way better.
Okay, as in
Traffic.
The traffic is the same.
Right.
I mean, the freeway is much.
The freeway's traffic.
He's like, yeah, the infrastructure is terrible here. Kenya's much better. No, hey.
Well, the traffic here is huge. It's the same as in Kenya.
By the way, I've been to Kenya, right? It threw me off because they drive on the wrong side of the road, right?
Exactly.
They drive on the loud, like, oh my, yeah.
Well, that would happen. We drive I think we drive just like the United Kingdom. We drive on the left.
Yeah.
As opposed to here, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the traffic here is way better since everybody stays on that line. But in Kenya, when there's traffic, then hell breaks loose.
Right.
As long as you get space, you can go.
All right. What are lines, right?
You don't need to wait for anybody to tell you, hey, it's time to go.
Okay.
If you're late, gotta move on it.
Yeah.
Move on it. So the good thing I think for me, just like the two of you just said, is the opportunities are endless here, as opposed to Kenya. I wouldn't be a soccer coach in Kenya. I wouldn't make anything off of it. I'll just either play or just do something else or work for somebody. Yeah. So it's really, really hard actually to build a business, as opposed to here. I got here and 6 years already to build a business.
Yeah, you got like 18 businesses right now, right? Stop creating Instagram. You got like 18 different Instagram accounts.
One phone per business.
I know, right? Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't be able to do that in Kenya. So that tells you in itself that the opportunities here are way better than anywhere else. I'm sure other places like the first world countries is the same thing. But I'm lucky to be here, especially in California. It's one of the biggest states. A lot more opportunities, a lot of diversity here too. So a lot of places to learn from people. I mean, look at it. This guy is a businessman. You're a businessman. Tiago too. So this is also good. I wouldn't be able to find this in Kenya. So I appreciate this being here.
Oh, you guys are all businessmen. I think you guys are just hustlers, man.
Well, that's what they call business people, hustlers. I mean, that's the same thing. I'll call Mr. Donald Trump a hustler.
Yeah.
Because look at where he is.
Right.
Just don't use the word posse because you know you'll get in trouble for that one. You heard about that, right?
Yeah. Phil Jackson, right?
Yeah. He got that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
I think one of the hardest thing here too is to socialize with people. Like in Brazil, you can make friends everywhere.
Yeah.
You go buy a bread, you make friends with the guy. You go buy candy, you make friends. Here, it's so hard to get a friend. You know,
Totally.
Like I went to college, I had English school. I never had a friend. I met this guy. Like in 2 weeks, we clicked. We hang out almost every day. Like
I'm sure your wives love that, but go ahead.
My wife hates him. His wife hates him.
Well, I would say.
But at the end of the day, we were sitting down in the restaurant eating.
I would say I agree with Tiago, given that I don't. Well, I moved here and my neighbors, I don't even know who my neighbors are.
That's true.
Like it's funny. Like
why don't you knock on the door and say hi?
Well,
They might call the cops.
They might rob you.
I know. I was like, hey,
I have a very strange gentleman about to rob me outside. 911. Yeah.
Exactly. And in Kenya, before you even move in, everybody knows who's moving in. Like people know you, people welcome you. You know, I was assuming it's gonna be the same thing, but it's not. There's no sense of a community here. People that are actually, what I think is people that are struggling are the ones that have more community here. Because when I moved in too, I volunteered with the program called Stand Up for Kids. Work with the homeless youth. So that's where I get to see a little bit more different people coming together to try to help. Other than that, nobody says anything. You pass by people, all they do is say hi and move on. That's
true.
Is that it? You know, so it's easy. People, for example, Tiago, obviously, we're good friends. We came from a background that we understand that we need each other. We're friends. You know, you gotta make friends.
We grow together.
Yeah, so it was easy for us to click. And I'm sure it's easy for people that have gone through the same system. It's easy for him. He's been all over the place. You can tell the people that you could click with, I would assume here, is people that have traveled, people that have seen the world.
Makes it
Other
easy.
than that, people that have not traveled, not gone anywhere, you'll not be able to click with them because they are so enclosed.
Okay.
You know what's good about soccer, John, is that the reason I do my workout and the reason urban futsal exists is that the only way to really make friends out in Los Angeles is a common bond, such as the urban futsal. You right here, look at us. We have true diversity. Like you literally, we have every shade here, and it's beautiful. And we didn't. I'm sure you didn't plan it that way. Like, you cast.
If I did, I would have switched seats with him. You know what I mean?
All the shades, the rainbow progression. So it's really about finding your community with like-minded people. So that's why I do my Cuerpaso. That's why you have the urban futsal, and it bonds because you're there for sincerity. Whereas like you go to the club, I don't know if you have $5,000 to spend a night. I don't right now, but you're not. There's no real connection there. It's just there because the bottle's pretty and the women are nice. So that's what sports opens up a communal language, and because you need those relationships. We came from them. Like I grew up, I didn't really have a door. Like somebody asked me the other day, I had a curtain. Like I didn't have my own room. You know. So when I think about these things, I had forgot. It's like I take everything that I have and I value it. Like out here, I came out here, I had a convertible Lexus for a while. Like all these cool things that really don't exist in other places, but you still want that community. That's the most important thing, and that's what we seek out in all of that. What we're doing is just real friendships because we like each other.
Okay, good. Yeah, good points. All right, so what's the future outlook for you? What are you hoping to do with your company and some of your endeavors then?
So my goal is to get Cuerpaso just like Zumba did. I'm trying to license the program, so I'll be in all LA Fitness or 24-hour fitnesses. So I want to have next year, by the end of the year, be in a couple hundred gyms. So I have a couple hundred people with the Cuerpaso degree. That's one goal. The second goal is I want to be consulting with an EPL team or various MLS teams and other sports, NBA, MLS, MLB as well, where I'm meeting with athletes, tweaking their physical, but also getting into their mind. So it's a whole experience. So those are my two major goals. And with that being said, when I can get that done, I've done more than I ever dreamed of.
Awesome. Okay, so then give me an example. So if you're going to have a class of like Cuerpaso, like a 24-hour fitness, right? You would have licensed instructors, and they would be doing classes with the Cuerpaso training.
Yes. So what happened is I was supposed to be at 200 right now. I was supposed to be at 200 gyms, and called Retro Fitness. And the last second, the contract didn't work out. But what's going to happen is I'm going to have 15 to 20 Cuerpaso soccer balls at each gym and a licensed instructor.
So when you say Cuerpaso soccer ball, right? Sorry for interrupting.
Sure,
Is
no
it
problem.
different? Is it heavier? Like, why do you need your own?
That's great. So it's a little bit lighter because when we're outside, a lot of times you just want a lighter touch. So it's more like a training ball. Okay. And it just also feels a sense of connection, like you're part of a team. So I tell people our workout is about teamwork. CrossFit, that's great. Other sports are great, but you're writing down your number. You bench 315. I bench 400.
How'd
you know? Well, you do have some good pecs.
You can read your mind.
Are those implants? Those natural chest? So most workouts now that are trendy are based on a number of how much you can do. Well, you're never going to, no insulting you, I won't say you, but most people will never, let's say, bench what I can bench because I played pro, I worked around the world. But this workout, Cuerpaso, is about togetherness. So the balls are really representative of the fact that we're a unit and we're one. So they would have the Cuerpaso instructor, we'd have the moves, the dance moves, the soccer moves, and the balls in each gym. And we would just have instructors doing that around the clock, around the world. And that's what we're working to get.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So then you have potential 3 instructors. Obviously, that would be the head instructor. I'll manage these guys for you.
Let's get you licensed right after this.
I know.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So you already have some kind of training for these instructors in place?
So what I did is working with TRX on Spike TV.
You are with TRX?
No, I worked with him to implement and write a training manual based on, he has the best training program in the world. So he looked over mine, and I've derived a training manual. It's about 100 pages. So it does the kinesiology as well as the movements, and then we also have videos. So I have that all in place and set up. Now I'm working on the gym location so that I can certify the people and roll it out. Awesome. So it's all set.
Does it initially have to be in the gym?
No, not at all. So that's a great question, is that sometimes I'm at a health clinic in New York City because obesity is rampant amongst blacks and Latinos. 50% of us are obese. So I'm at a health clinic in New York. So the doctors at a free health clinic prescribe Cuerpaso, and a woman teaches it in the health center itself. Outside on the grass. We have 3 versions. We have the grass, the beach, and the indoor version. So yeah, when you get the license, you can do it anywhere. So
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I'm seriously asking because I know sometimes when I'm coaching, I've seen my parents, they run around, they're doing like exercise. I'm like, maybe that'd be something they would want to do.
You know what's interesting is that you just sparked something I forgot to say is I want to meet with AYSO and integrate Cuerpaso so that while the adults are waiting for their kids, they have a Cuerpaso instructor. And I want to roll that out nationwide now that I have all my accolades and working in the fitness and health industry. But that would be a goal. And you totally saw where we want to go with it. So the parents, and if your parents are in shape, my mother was in great shape. And that motivated me to be in awesome shape. And my sisters, whom dance with Beyonce and work with her, are in phenomenal shape because we saw our mother and she was like, you're going to go to school and you can play dance or be an athlete, but you have to stay fit. So I would like to do something like that.
Okay, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. For me, I wouldn't mind learning some.
I'd love to talk to you about that. Seriously,
Oh, that'd be
that's
great,
awesome.
yeah.
I love that vision. Appreciate that.
All right, awesome. Thanks for all of the information. It was great having you guys here today. All right.
Loved it, John.
Yeah, you want to give a last sign off to your fans and potential people that would be interested?
Yeah, so I want to send love. Please check out Cuerpaso. You can see us on Instagram. And if you're looking to get fit, have a great boom boom, or just have some good friends and a good time, reach out. And also, if your kids want to play D1 or pro soccer, I've played and trained at all the top stadiums. I know what it takes to get there, and I'd love to help.
All right, great. Thanks again, once again, to our guest co-host, Gilbert from HB Futsal in the house. And we have Tiago from Brazuca Ballers. Check out their websites. We'll have it listed in the information. Thanks again for joining us on the Urban Pitch Podcast, The Beautiful Game of Life.
Peace out.
Gracias.